Hey everyone, I am Zuch in Calgary, running for CBE Trustee in Wards 12 and 14. That's Southeast Calgary. And elections on the 18th is coming up super quick. Today we're talking about masks. Now I've been wandering the neighborhoods of Ward 12 and 14, speaking to parents and handing out literature, and you might have seen it in your door already. These last couple days, everyone is talking about masks because of the new mandate at the CBE, and I've got people asking me, what's my opinion on masks? And so here I'm making a video for that purpose. So me and my family, we do not wear masks. I've got kids 5, 7, and 9, so in elementary school, and we do not wear masks. As part of my platform, parents need to be the responsibility and the authority in their kids' lives, particularly at the younger grades. I think when you get into high school, you know, kids can start making decisions for themselves, but in these younger grades, parents need to be responsible, the primary responsibility, a responsible person in the lives of those kids and making decisions for them. So COVID is really serious. We keep following it. Obviously folks die from it, but I've been listening to doctors in the States and people I respect and people that are not towing the mainstream media line, and they say that we don't know the long-term effects, but very likely it's going to affect your lungs long-term. So really important. Parents generally are competent, reliable, and certainly care for their kids. There's a few crazies out there, but most of us parents are competent, reliable, care for our communities, our kids, and our neighborhood. If you're sick, stay home. Isolate. If you feel sick, stay home and isolate, particularly in these days. Always wash your hands, whether you're sick or not. Take some of that cleaner and kill the bugs around you, so you're not picking up bugs from places and viruses, but also that when they are on your hands, you're not spinning around. So really important, wash your hands. In terms of the mask mandate, the highest law of our land, defined by our Constitution, is Alberta Health. And they have rescinded the state of emergency. They've said that masks are no longer required. Good idea, not required. And so that is what we have to follow. The CBE has said we need masks. I think it's overstepping their authority. In terms of trustees, I have people reaching out to trustees, and so let me speak to you about that really quickly. The legislation that defines trustees says very clearly that we are here to represent the parents, the children, and the local community. That's what we're here to represent. We're not here to represent the school, but it's the parents, the local community, and the children, and we're there to represent it, be their voice in the school system. Now the other side of that coin is I've met with some of the sitting trustees right now, and what they tell me more broadly is that when they make a decision, it takes 18 months to 24 months to have impact in the school system. So if you're reaching out to them right now, good for you. I don't think it's they're going to be able to do anything, especially with their tenure ending here in about 8 weeks or so. So there are other ways. I am very supportive of parent councils at school. If you guys are willing to stand up, invest your time, speak your mind, and figure out solutions in your local school, then hey, I want to hear from you. I think you guys are great. So I'm going to encourage you to get involved in the parent councils at the schools. I know there's been some parent groups that have reached out to me, and I am going out to meet them. And so if you have a parent council, please reach out. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking on masks, but beyond that, And the ones I've committed to, I've already reached out to them and given them some alternatives, which I think will work a lot better. I know a lot of lawyers that are working with COVID litigation across the province, other people that are opposing some of what they see as overreach by the various level of governments, and so I'm making those resources available to the parental groups, and so maybe we can find a healthy balance here. One of the parents I spoke to this morning sent me a very emotional email, and I asked her if I could read it on this YouTube channel, and she said yes. I'm leaving out the names because that's the right thing to do, but I want to read it to you, and here it is. So you can understand my position better, let me explain. Last year, my daughter, then in grade 6, tried to wear a mask. She tried to comply. She started to experience serious anxiety related to the mask, and as a solution, we discussed placing it under her nose so she could feel she could breathe. Well, the first week this was perfectly fine, but during the second week, which appeared to be very conveniently after hub registration closed, it was not. My daughter was yelled at, ridiculed, and made to feel like a diseased leper. It had gotten so bad that when she came home one afternoon for lunch sobbing, begging me not to make her go back. I did not. I called the school and I stood up for my daughter. This was their idea of inclusiveness and tolerance. After much yelling, we landed on a mask exemption. Well, normally one would assume that that would be the end, all right? No, it was just the beginning. She was isolated in a bubble, taped off, slightly larger than her desk. Her teacher yelled at her constantly to mask when she was clearly still in the bubble. She was yelled at in the halls, in the bathroom, and gym, all by teachers after her exemption. She had to carry a copy of her exemption everywhere within the school. Having seen this behavior by teachers, her peers followed. She was horrendously bullied all year. She was, in fact, sexually assaulted by a fellow deviant pair. Her harassment lasted the entire school year. Police were called, and after an incident report was written, the student was removed from her class after the assault and placed in another, but this harassment continued. We believe the school's isolation and very visible targeting by the very adults meant to protect, educate, and care for my child were what led to the assault. It sent a very clear message to the child. She was an easy target and one the teacher cared very little for. Now, in light of this mandate, my daughter is terrified to return to school. What do I tell her? She is broken, and I blame the CBE, her teachers, and the teachers are named here, and the school, and then the school is named. So you see why my husband and I are concerned who's getting our vote. And so when I read this, obviously, I don't even know what to say. You know, we here in Calgary, we hear craziness, and we think it happens down in the U.S. When it happens in Calgary, we still think it's far away, but this is in one of our local schools in our neighborhood here in Calgary, and many of our kids are going to school. Many of our kids are involved in things like this, and I'm hearing this more and more from parents. First step, stand up for your kids. Parental rights, the role of the trustee is to represent the voice of the local community and parents and kids, and so that's what we're here to do. But I'm utterly shocked, you know, carrying exemption cards around. It brings me back to the stories I heard about a certain group of people 70 years ago having to be put a yellow star sewn onto their clothing. it's absolutely unbelievable, and yet it's happening. So I need you parents to get involved, find out about the curriculum. I'm going to be posting some videos about that and where you can find the curriculum. When I talk, because I'm getting particularly parents who are also teachers asking me about the curriculum, and I ask parents who are not teachers about the curriculum, and they don't have an opinion. So that is also a really important issue. I need you guys to reach out, find out what the new curriculum is all about and what you think of it, and get an opinion of it. Need you to stand up, find out what's happening with your parent councils, and get involved. Certainly, regardless of whether oh goodness, what's the word? Not win this seat, but whether I'm successful in this election or not, you guys need to get involved in the parent councils, find out what's being taught, let your voice be heard, stand up for the other kids and parents that don't have a voice within the school system, because the school system and this province is for you, not the other way around. And we need to have successful children that are mentally healthy and have the tools to retain their mental health after graduation, and that really starts today. Okay, enough of that. October 18th is the election. I have a YouTube channel. It's my work YouTube channel, but I'm posting a lot of this stuff on there. youtube.com/Helia Canada. That's HELIA Canada is the channel. And please vote. Election Calgary, you'll find my information also up here. Together.forastrongeralberta.ca is my website, so check that out as well. You'll see my literature at the door. You'll see me around the community. You might even see me at your front door. So please don't close it. I am very interested in what you have to say. Goodness, what else? Well, if you are in a parent council, I'd love to come out and hear what you guys are thinking. You guys are the best. Standing up, being involved in your local school is where it all starts. Okay, I'm Zuch, CBE candidate, trustee for Ward 12 and 14 in Southeast Calgary. Bye for now.